going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI TV. Now today we are going to be looking at Shamrock Rovers and asking ourselves the question, what do we expect from them in 2020? If you guys are new around here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with all of our latest content. And if you do go on to enjoy this video, guys, please make sure to drop a like on it down below. It means a lot. Let's jump right into it. In terms of last season, a second place finish in an FAI Cup win that included a semi-final win at Dalymount Park and of course a final victory against the champions Dundalk will definitely mean that 2019 will be remembered fondly by Shamrock Rovers fans. The pressure had been starting to build on Stephen Bradley. He has been given a lot of backing, especially financially, by the board, so it was kind of coming to the time where he needed to start delivering some results, and the FAI Cup win will definitely have been a good start in what he wants to achieve with this club. A big factor in the fans turning their opinions around on Bradley consisted in the kind of turning around of the Dublin Derby defeats. They had an embarrassing run of results consisting over kind of 2 full seasons against Bohemians, so they turned it around. They beat them at home in the last game they had in the league, and then they beat them away, of course, in the semi-final of the cup. So it's starting to turn that run is just kind of dead in the water now, and they have their winning flow back in the Dublin Derby, which is so important for the fans. To be fair to Bradley as well, recruitment at the start of last season was fantastic. To bring in Aaron McAnuff, who played a huge role last season in the side's success, was a great signing. He had a really good year with them. But possibly the greatest LOI signing of all time, that might be a little bit too early to say that, and that might be a bit controversial, but Jack Byrne, to get him in on a free transfer, and the season he had, getting called up by Ireland, winning the Player of the Year award, it's up there with the best transfers of all time. He quickly showed his undoubted ability with Shamrock Rovers last season, and he was being touted as the first ever Irish player to be worth €1 million. Interest in his signature has been rumoured from huge clubs like Leeds United, but he is set to stay with the Tala outfit for 2020. Now, how different will Shamrock Rovers team be in 2020? Not really different at all, to be honest. They haven't made that many signings. In goal, Alden Manis will of course keep his place. He was named in the PFAI Team of the Year last season. Don't need to say any more than that, really. At right back is where Shamrock Rovers made their real marquee signing, bringing in Rhys Marshall from Glenoven for 30k. Well, that's a rumoured fee that I've heard down the grapevine, that was 30,000 was the transfer fee. Now, he actually played in midfield for his previous club and is a really talented player, but he will slot in at right back for Shamrock Rovers, especially now that Ethan Boyle has left the club for Linfield. The first and centre backs, Lee Grace, will remain at the club. He had been on trial with Hull City, but he has come back, and I think he's on the new 3-year contract, which is a huge boost for Shamrock Rovers. And in a lot of people's books, he's actually the best defender in the league. And beside him is Pico Lopez, who goes from strength to strength playing alongside Lee Grace, and their relationship at centre back is really strong. At left back, it's Sean Cavanaugh, who was actually named the best left back in the league last season. He was in the PFAI Team of the Season, and he also provides a lot of versatility down that left flank. He can play left back, and he has been known to play further down and left wing as well, so he does provide a lot of quality to Rovers on that left side of the pitch. Shamrock Rovers' only other new signing, Liam Scales, will also provide competition at centre back and at left back, and as well as that, players like Joey O'Brien and Daniel Lafferty provide a wealth of experience and competition and depth to their back line. So Shamrock Rovers are pretty well stocked in regards to their back four. Shamrock Rovers do play in a 4-2-3-1. In those two midfield areas, I mentioned him in the opening segment, Aaron McAnuff will slot into that midfield once again. He's a very talented player, and he actually provides a goal threat from deep in midfield. And beside him, I think they will start Gary O'Neill this season. They brought him in at the midway point from UCD, and he really did really well towards the end of last season, nailed down his spot in the team, and him and McAnuff actually work really well together. The experience of someone like Gray Bolger as a backup is actually really crucial for Shamrock Rovers as well, and he will get a lot of game time this season. Then the three lads in front of them, we're going to start off with Jack Byrne, and do I need to say much more about him, to be honest? The Rovers do mix the three behind the striker up a lot, and with different players filling in different areas, but Jack Byrne will be that consistent player in there, either operating just off to the right or through the centre. In the middle then, it's Ronan Finn, their captain. He's a top player, and he actually provides a lot of versatility. He actually filled in at right back and right wing back last season towards the end, but he should be moving back into midfield now because of Rhys Marshall's arrival. Then on the left flank, but he's equally capable of in any of these three positions, or up top, it's Graham Burke, who they have on loan for the next, I think it's 6 months. It remains to be seen whether Shamrock Rovers will make that deal a permanent one upon the expiry of that loan, and I think it's a definite possibility. I think he'd want to come back to Rovers. He seems to be really enjoying his football once again. Didn't really work out for him over in England, so I think that could be a definite possibility of that move becoming permanent. And he provides them with a real cutting edge in the final third, and he'll provide a lot of goals and assists from this season. There are a lot of players in Shamrock Rovers' ranks looking to get into these three positions. A lot of exciting prospects: Neil Ferrugia, Dylan Watts didn't really get into the squad last year. I'm actually surprised to see Dylan Watts still with them. I thought he might have left the club, but he's still in there. He's a very good player as well, so I'm not sure if he's going to get an awful lot of game time. But then they also have players like Brandon Cavanaugh, who won their Young Player of the Year award last season. He's similar to Sean Cavanaugh. He can actually fit in at left back or left midfield. And then they also have youngster Thomas Alua, who will provide a lot of competition as well. He's looking to break into the team this season. And then in striker they have Aaron Green. Now, I've said it a good bit on this channel, but this is the area where I feel the biggest difference is in the top two. That's the difference maker in my opinion. I don't personally believe that Aaron Green can fire Shamrock Rovers to a league title over Dundalk. I think he's a fantastic squad player to have, and he's very versatile. He can fill in on the left flank as well, which he did on numerous times last season. But I think this is Rovers' biggest area where they are lacking. Don't get me wrong, Green will score goals this season, no doubt about it, but it's just in the big moments and stuff like that, I don't think he's has that cutting edge that I think Dundalk do have. It will be interesting though to see if young Dean Williams gets a fair crack at the whip this season. He hit an impressive 15 goals in the first division last season, and he's definitely a serious option for Stephen Bradley to have to consider. In terms of the aspirations for 2020, Shamrock Rovers can definitely go into the season feeling confident. The FAI Cup final win over Dundalk will give them that momentum and belief that they can leapfrog the champions. For me, it is a big ask, but it is definitely possible, to be fair. A serious title challenge, trying to retain the cup, and a good European campaign is definitely what Shamrock Rovers fans, players, coaches, everyone really is looking to get out of 2020. Well, there you have it guys, the video on Shamrock Rovers and what I expect from them in 2020. What do you guys think of Rovers' chances for the upcoming campaign? Let me know down in the comments below. Hope you did enjoy the video guys. If you did, please make sure to drop a like on it down below and make sure to subscribe.